Hey, what's up guys, Luke Profits. This is going to be a kind of a general video that goes over the process of getting started dropshipping on Amazon and what you need to do. I've got a ton of other more specific content that goes over all these different aspects more in detail, but this is a great place to start and kind of just explains the whole process all in one place. So after you've watched this video, you can jump off to other videos and learn all the details about the things I'm talking about, but this is a great place to start. Since you clicked on this video, you probably already know this, but Amazon is a great choice of a website to start dropshipping on. They have more customers than pretty much any other website that exists, and surprisingly, far fewer sellers than other platforms like eBay, for example. On Amazon, you've got way less sellers to compete with to serve more buyers, so it's a win-win. The main catch with Amazon is just that you really have to be on top of your account because they're incredibly strict. On other platforms, you can kind of make a mistake here and there and learn as you go. On Amazon, that is not the case. You're gonna get a couple sales and then get banned. It's a bit more difficult in that respect because they're not nearly as forgiving as other platforms are when you're learning, but it's totally worth putting up with considering the insane amount of sales that you can get. With Amazon, actually, one of the main concerns is getting too many sales that you can't fill them and then would have to cancel orders, which is going to mess up your account and then get you suspended. So yeah, sales are easy with Amazon. Getting sales is not the issue. Managing your account properly so that you don't get it suspended and then prevent yourself from being able to get sales in the future is the issue. Okay, so now that we've done a bit of an overview about why Amazon is such a great platform to dropship on, let's get more into the details of what you need to do to get started. First thing is you're going to go to sell.amazon.com and create an account. There are two plans, but for reasons that I'm not going to go into here, you want to go with the $40 a month professional selling plan, and you do not want to use the other one. I've got a whole video on why that is and sort of the difference in comparing the two plans, so something should be popping up. Go ahead and click around up here. It should be a little thing that pops out that you can click on that'll take you to that video if you want to see the difference and you care, but the summary is you just need to go to the professional $40 a month selling plan and stick with that. When you're signing up for your Amazon account, just know that they're going to want a whole bunch of information about you to make sure that you're a real person. You want to use your address, when they ask for your address, use the address that's on your driver's license, just in case they need to verify or anything like that, because it's a pretty extensive, sign up, making sure you're a real person kind of thing. It can take anywhere from a couple hours to a couple days to approve your Amazon selling account, and once you're approved, they'll just go ahead and shoot you an email. So once you've gotten that email, you're in, your account is set up, and you're ready to get started. One thing to remember too is that Amazon only allows one seller account per person, so don't go thinking that if you mess up this account, you can just make another account. This is your account. This is the account that you get, and there is some ways that you can do kind of like workarounds with LLCs, but it's expensive and difficult, and this is your Amazon account, right? You can't just mess up this account and then move to a different account. This is the one account that you get, so treat it that way. You gotta not let it get suspended, follow everything I'm saying here. If you're following what I'm saying here in these videos, you should be fine. Just don't try to skip through the videos and miss the important stuff and then end up with getting your account suspended. Not good. Okay, so you've got your account set up. What else do you need? Firstly, items to list. Duh. Obviously, you're gonna need items before you can dropship stuff because you need stuff to dropship. So I've got a whole video that goes over how to find good items to dropship on Amazon, and you should see a card that's popping out up here that you can click on. So go ahead and watch that, and that teaches you exactly how to find good items to dropship that are safe and all that stuff. So go ahead and click up there. And if you're not seeing something pop out right now, that probably just means that I forgot to link the video up there, which I'm notoriously bad at, so you can search the channel or just leave a comment and I will go through and relink it myself. Once you've got items that you know are gonna sell really well for you when you list them, because you watched my video on how to find those, the second thing that you're gonna need is software to manage those items and make sure that the stocks are never going out and the prices aren't changing and things like that, and if they are, that they are being updated on your Amazon account so you're never selling something at a loss. There are a lot of people that try to skimp on this step on other suppliers that I've seen like eBay, so I'm trying to warn you guys now, don't try this with Amazon. You need the software. You can't really get along without it. You might be fine for a couple days, but it's going to end up in you selling stuff that isn't profitable, and then you have to fill the orders, and you're either going to lose more money that way by selling orders that aren't profitable that you can't cancel because it's Amazon and you'll mess up your account, or you'll be an idiot and you'll cancel the orders even though I'm telling you right now, don't cancel orders. You're going to cancel the orders anyway, and then it's going to result in your account getting suspended. So don't be a moron. Get price tracking software. It's very important, and you need it for Amazon dropshipping. On other platforms like eBay, you might be fine. I don't recommend it. I recommend using it on eBay, but you could do it on eBay, and if you have issues and stuff like that in orders, it's not like, oh no, I have to fill this order, I'm gonna lose my eBay account. You can usually cancel orders on eBay, and it's pretty much fine. On Amazon, you cannot cancel orders. You have to fill them. So if the item is priced this, right? If this is priced at $10 on your supplier, and you're like, okay, great, I'm gonna list this on Amazon at my markup, and we'll make it 15 bucks or whatever, and then you get the sale, and then you go back to order it, and it's, oh no, it's $50 now. you're losing money. You gotta fill it. That sucks. You're gonna lose your Amazon account if you don't. So you need price monitoring software with Amazon, because if you don't get it, you're gonna end up losing money by filling orders that are unprofitable, or by selling items that are out of stock that you then have to find from a different supplier that it might mess up. Just get price monitoring software. It's very important with Amazon, because Amazon is not like other platforms where you can skimp on it. You have to fill your orders. You can't really just cancel them. The best price monitor that I recommend using is RepriceHub. That's what I'm using, and it works great. And I'll put a link down there that gets you like a 30% off discount for the first month on that, so you can go ahead and use that. I've also created like a whole screen share video that goes over everything, you know, all the features of RepriceHub and how you set it up and everything like that. So go ahead and click up here to do that. There should be something popping up right now that you can click on to open that, or if there's not anything popping out, I forgot to link it, in which case leave me a comment on that. Okay, great. So you've got your items from this video that I linked earlier about how to find your items. You got your price monitor set up. What's next? Well, since your Amazon account is super new, there's some really important stuff that you need to know, or you're gonna get your account suspended. So write this down on your forehead with a Sharpie if you need to. Listen to what I'm about to say. This is important, right? This is what's gonna get your account keep your account from being suspended in the first couple months of dropshipping. Also, just to clarify here, I am simplifying down to just what you need to do to not have issues, and I'm not really explaining why you need to do those certain things, so just trust me on that. Basically, the short version is that Amazon's algorithms are looking at your account very, very closely whenever you're new, or even if you've got an older account, until you meet certain criteria, and then once you're past those certain criteria, then they basically sort of ease off and your account can kind of do whatever. So you got to sort of wheedle your way through and, you know, pass all this stuff and then get out of it, and then you can kind of do whatever with your account. So we're going to go over how to, what you need to do to avoid that, and I'm sure I'll do other videos here on, like, you know, more detailed information, but this is just going to be, you know, what specifically you need to do. So pay attention, do this, write this down on your forehead with a Sharpie. Like I said, it's very important that you follow this as a new seller, or you're just gonna get suspended. Even if you see other videos saying, oh, you can do this, you can do that, you can't do that stuff until you have passed this, you know, initial hard time that Amazon sort of gives you with a brand new account. You gotta pass that stuff, and then you can do other stuff that you might see other YouTube videos talking about. So yeah, all right, okay, here we go. Here's the list. This is what is important to remember. This is what you should write down. Amazon's system will freak out and suspend you if you sell more than $10,000 in any 1 month as a new account. You need to sell more than $2,000, but less than $10,000 for 3 consecutive months in a row. Now notice what I'm not saying here. I'm not saying, oh, you can just make an account and then sell some stuff and wait a while and then maybe the stuff will drop off. No, you gotta sell less than $10,000, because over that you'll get suspended, and more than $2,000. So between $2,000 and $10,000, right? You got to sell somewhere in that range for 3 months in a row. Once you have done that, you should be past all of the stuff. You could even do 4 months if you wanted to be extra safe and be, you know, totally sure that nothing's, you know, they're still not basically watching your account very strictly. So more than $2,000 a month, less than $10,000 a month for 3 months in a row. Additionally, during those 3 months, you cannot drop ship from any of the big box retailers, or you have a much higher likelihood of getting your account suspended. So don't drop ship from Walmart, don't drop ship from Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, Costco, any of those big like box, you know, retailer kind of things. Don't drop ship from any of those in your first 3 months while Amazon's looking really closely at your account. After, totally, go for it. You can sell from Home Depot, Lowe's, you know, all that stuff. That's great. Walmart is still the riskiest one because everybody uses Walmart, so it's a little bit of a riskier one. But still, I mean, you can use Walmart after. But during your first 3 months of selling between $2,000 and $10,000, I'm trying to repeat this so it gets drilled into your head. $2,000 to $10,000 a month for 3 consecutive months. If you sell $1,500 on your second month, that's not enough. Reset the clock, right? You got to sell more than $2,000, but less than $10,000 for 3 consecutive months. And if you mess up and don't do that any one of those months, reset the timer and, you know, do it again for 3 consecutive months. Once you're past that, once you've done that for 3 consecutive months, you can sell items from Home Depot and Target and, you know, any of the big box retailers like that. You can sell those items after Amazon's not super closely inspecting your account, right? But while they are inspecting your account super closely, you only want to list from very small, obscure suppliers. So I'm going to throw out a couple here. Webstaurant, you can use Zorro, you can use 𝒮𝑜𝓃𝑔s. You can use like any of the really like small, obscure suppliers. The more small and obscure, the better. Basically, we're just trying to have items that Amazon doesn't think that we would be drop shipping. Even though Amazon's cool with drop shipping, they don't like it when it comes in the retailer's packaging, basically. So people still do it, and that's fine with Walmart and Home Depot and like all that stuff. But you just don't want to do that as a new account in your first 3 months where you're doing $2,000, $10,000. You want small, obscure suppliers for those first initial, that initial little bit. Get past that, and then you can list from other suppliers. But the first part is just really, you're just trying to age your account, get some history, and sort of trick Amazon into trusting you so that their algorithms back off and you can do whatever. So you do that for 3 months, $2,000 to $10,000, obscure suppliers. After you're out of it, you can list from other suppliers. I'm gonna say it one more time. Walmart is still the riskiest of those suppliers to use because it is giant and they have so many items, and it's like pretty overused as a drop shipping supplier. So you can use it, but it's still the riskiest of the suppliers to use. So I would kind of stay away from it, but if you wanted to, you could. Once you start bringing in sales, you're gonna quickly realize that you want a quick way of filling orders because, doing it manually is a massive waste of time. So a very useful Chrome extension that you can get is called Spot and Paste. And one cool thing about Spot and Paste is that it doesn't have like certain suppliers that it supports. If a lot of suppliers, you go to the website and it'll just have it by default. Basically the idea of it, I should have said this earlier. Basically the idea of Spot and Paste is just that you go to Amazon, right, and you see your order that needs to get shipped out. You click copy, and it'll copy the name, the address, all the information of where the item needs to go. Then you go to your supplier to order the item, click, and then hit paste, and it'll put in all that information at the supplier. So you're not, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, right? You can just hit one copy button once, one paste button once, and you're done. So it saves time, really speeds it up a whole lot. But the cool thing that I was trying to mention is that you can kind of customize it for any website. So even if it's some, random website that your best friend just started and you're drop shipping from there for some reason, Spot and Paste doesn't have to add support for that website for it to work. You can go there and then specifically say, okay, on this website, this is the name, this is first name, this is last name, this is address, you basically tell it where all of those fields are. And then when you go to Amazon, you can hit copy, paste, and it'll remember that. You just do it one time and then it'll always remember it. So Spot and Paste is really cool because it'll work with any website. It's not like they only support certain ones and you have to worry about that. It's literally just copy paste for any website once you just set it up one time. So very, very useful tool there, and it can save you a whole lot of time. I'll put a link down here to Spot and Paste just to save you some time right in the description of this video, or maybe I'll put one on the screen here if you want to like type it out. The other thing that you're going to want to set up is TrackerBot. TrackerBot is super useful because basically you link it into your Amazon account and your email, and then whenever you order something from a supplier, right, they will basically get the email updates, and there's a tracking number in those emails. So TrackerBot will grab those tracking numbers and then automatically put them into Amazon for you on all your orders that you have shipped. So it'll get those tracking numbers and then add them to Amazon for you, so you don't manually have to spend time, oh, this item finally shipped, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, a billion times. Massive waste of time. And TrackerBot's super cheap. It's like $20. So rather than spending 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is, something like that a day, just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, going through your email, put the tracking numbers on your Amazon orders. TrackerBot just does it all automatically for you, and it's like $20. It's totally worth paying $20 to save all that time for yourself. If you're going to cheap out and not get all the software that I'm recommending, I would recommend skipping either Spot and Paste or TrackerBot, because those you can do manually without really having issues on your account. It's just that you're seriously wasting your time, and it's a terrible mindset to be in. And I know it's tough because I used to struggle with that too, but when you're worrying about saving every dollar here and there, and you're sort of in like a saving money mindset, you're not in a making money mindset, if that makes sense. You might be thinking, ooh, I have time right now, I don't mind copy paste, and doing that all the time and keeping up with that because, it's fine and my time is worthless or whatever. What you're doing is you're valuing your time at like a couple bucks an hour. Like, you could work fast food and make more money than that. So don't waste your time for a couple bucks an hour. If you're willing to work hours and hours, like multiple hours, just copy paste tracking numbers, over the course of a month, because it'd be broken up, right? If you're willing to work hours and hours and hours like that, instead of doing all that, work for 1 hour, find something that'll make you $20, like mowing the lawn, raking up a bunch of leaves, whatever. Do something that takes 1 hour to make $20, and then use the $20 to pay for the software, because then at least you're only working for 1 hour rather than hours and hours and hours and hours of copy paste. That's just that. Being an entrepreneur is about being smart and efficient, and so it's not smart or efficient to do something manually while making almost nothing hourly for this manual work. If you've got a manual, annoying, repetitive task that you can outsource for a couple bucks, you do it. That's what's smart, right? That's something that is like super important to learn. So if you ever find yourself doing something that is super incredibly annoying and repetitive, you want to say, hey, how can I have somebody else do this annoying, repetitive thing that I'm doing? And, assuming you can't just not do it altogether, right? How can I have somebody else do this annoying, repetitive thing instead of me doing it to free up my time so I can go make money in some different way? So, if this annoying, repetitive thing that you're doing is making $10, and then you can figure out how to completely not have to be involved at all if you just spend $5, then spend $5 to have it not, doing anything, to have you not have to be involved with it at all. Spend $5, and then you still got the other $5 from this coming in automatically, and then you can come up with some other way of making money and take your same time you would have been spending doing that and invest it somewhere else in doing something. You get the idea what I'm saying. $20 for an hour of work is better than than saving $20 by working 10-15 hours. Okay, rant over. So yeah, pretty good overview of Amazon dropshipping. We talked about, what did we talk about? We talked about setting up your Amazon account, like why Amazon's great, which seller plan to choose, sort of the process of getting it set up, that it takes a few days. We talked about finding items. We talked about the price monitor to use, link down there in the description, of course, to that. We talked about other extra tools that are very helpful, and that, of course, Amazon is very strict about your metrics and stuff. The first 3 months, where they're super, super crazy tough on you, and you got to make sure you're hitting that $2,000 to $10,000 a month listing from obscure suppliers, and then after that it's safe to list from the big box retailers. And just remember, in general, Amazon super tough on your metrics, so you need to know your metrics. The next video that I'm going to suggest you watch after this one, or if you don't understand how they work already, would be the video that I'm going to create and probably have already put out here. You can click up here if it'll be coming out. Probably going to do it as a 2-part series, and one's going to be your daily responsibilities as an Amazon dropshipper, sort of what you need to do to keep everything running smoothly. And then the next part of that is going to be your metrics and sort of a very detailed, in-depth look at all of them and how all of that stuff works. So go ahead and watch that. It's going to be a 2-part series, and I will be linking the playlist up here now. It should be popping out, or if you're not seeing it, leave a comment down there so that I can remember to link it, and make sure you have a good understanding of that. Also, this video that you just watched is probably the first video in a playlist of my free set of training videos on how to get started dropshipping on Amazon, everything that you need to know. So this is part 1. If you got here because you clicked to the playlist and you're like, I'm new to dropshipping on Amazon, I want to learn how all that stuff works, this is the video you probably got dropped on. So it's not the only video. There are a lot more videos in this playlist of videos, so just keep watching after this, and we're going to move on to video 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll put them in the order that makes the most sense. And of course, you can, all the videos that I recommended inside of this video, you can pop around and watch those if you'd like at the time, but that was more for people who are like finding this in search results. If you're watching this as part of the YouTube playlist slash free Amazon dropshipping course kind of thing, then you can just keep watching and let this autoplay, and you should be good all the way through. Well guys, that's it for the video. If you're new to dropshipping on Amazon and you're trying to figure out how to get started, I've got a full free set of training videos down there, link in the description. Goes over everything you need to know to get started dropshipping on Amazon. And Amazon's great because compared to other platforms, it's actually super easy to get sales with very few listings, because there's so many more buyers on Amazon and so many few sellers that you're competing with compared to other platforms like eBay. If you've got any questions about anything dropshipping related, feel free to hit me up on Facebook. I'll put a link down there, as well as a link to a group that I started that has hundreds of other dropshippers in it that you can join. I post new content on this channel every few days, so go ahead and subscribe and hit the notifications, and I'll be back with another video in a couple days.